What is going on, everybody? I'm super excited to be a part of this Coach Sneak Meet group and that it's my day again. Friday, it's 9 o'clock a.m. here in Maui. And I just want to share one small experience or story as I get into the topic. I'm going to share with you the 4 ways that a Team Beachbody coach earns money, because I know some of you guys are wondering, how in the heck does that work? And there's some things that I want to talk about and make sure that I hit on today. And I'm going to start out with this. Because we're talking about money and the Beachbody income opportunity, I'm going to say this. Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success or income. Each coach's individual success will depend on their own diligence, effort, and skill. So with that being said, guys, I had a choice to make today. Myself, my wife, and my 5 kids are flying home. We're flying to Salt Lake City from Maui. I'm going to take my kids from Salt Lake City 3 hours north to Idaho Falls, and then I'm going to hop on a plane and go to New Orleans to be with 25,000 other Beachbody coaches next week at our annual Coach Summit. Now, I had this, as I talk about money today, I'm going to share this one thing, because I had a misconception about money before becoming a Team Beachbody coach, and it's this. I used to think that making money was bad, or making a lot of money was not a noble or worthy thing. But what I've come to understand is that I believe that a lot of times the lack of money is an evil thing, because it causes so much stress, so much fights, so much anxiety, so much loss of sleep, so much time away from families. And so I believe highly in somebody working at something that they believe in and that they love and they believe in and they can back with their heart, soul, and passion and make an income at doing it. I wholeheartedly believe in that, 1,000,000%. So I got the opportunity. One thing that Beachbody has, or making an income from Beachbody has provided me with the opportunity to do, is right now I have 2 choices. We're flying out. We rented a home from some friends, so it's not like a rental company that comes in and cleans it. We have to clean the home. So we've been washing sheets late last night, and there's some loads in there right now. But today I had the choice. I could have been cleaning the bathrooms and the kitchen and the fridge and the microwave and the toilets and the shower, or I could be on this call with you guys right now, and right after this call on a father-son date with my son, Papi. What income has been able to afford me is I can hire somebody to come in and clean the house and clean the bathrooms and clean the fridge, and allow me the opportunity, Gabby, to spend the last day with the other 4 kids swimming on the beach, and allow me the opportunity to do this video with you guys right now, and to be able to take my son on that father-son date. So that's one story I wanted to share about income and why I believe it's important that you build something that you believe in. So let's talk about income. I'm going to tell you guys another quick story. I'm a storyteller, guys. I signed up as a coach. Many of you guys heard from my story. I bought and sold things on Craigslist. Wii's, Xboxes, laptops. I resold them, got my money to sign up as a coach. I believe when you decide to do something, there's a way. You can find a way to make it happen. So that's how I got started, okay? And I remember getting on the phone from my neighbor's house, because I was doing my coach training and all that stuff from my neighbor Brian's house. And I called Lindsay and I said, Lindsay, okay, here's my goals. I've gone through the training. I need to make $10,000 as a Beachbody coach in a year. I will do whatever it takes to make that happen. Tell me how to make $10,000. And my coach, Lindsay, said one of the most important things in my journey as a coach. She said, Scotty, I cannot promise you $10,000. But what I can promise you is that your income will be a direct reflection of the number of lives that you change. And you guys, that is the day that I decided I would change as many lives as it took, so I would be able to bring my wife home from work, number 1, and number 2, not have to be the guy that took every single overtime hour at my job and work every single Saturday. So that's the first thing I want you guys to understand as I talk about how do you make an income as a Beachbody coach. Your income will be a direct reflection of the number of lives that you change. Notice I did not say the number of challenge packs you sell, the number of people you get. That will not work. You must help change lives if you want to make an income as a Team Beachbody coach. And as you guys know, I talked about time and cost on Wednesday. You can do as little or as much as you would like. So I'm going to talk about, and there's no cap and no limit, and I'm going to talk about those numbers specifically. So, number 1 way to earn money as a Beachbody coach, I'm going to walk you through all 4 of them. Number 1 is the 25% commission on every product that you refer to somebody else. So, me, Elisa, sorry. I realized my headphones were plugged in and in my pocket. Can you guys hear me? Oh man, I hope I haven't been talking for a while. Okay, there we go. Oh man, sorry it was muffled. My headphones were plugged in and they were in my pocket. Okay, so the number one way that you can make an income as a Beachbody coach is first, a 25% commission on every single product that you refer. Now remember, there's over 25 different complete workout programs. There's a complete supplement line called the Beachbody Performance line. There's Shakeology, which Elisa showed you, and she showed you a sample of how to make it. I'm so glad you hopped on and said that, Elisa. And that is a 25% commission on everything. So everything that you refer. Also, there's the Beachbody On Demand live streaming, which is a year access, or people can get quarter access, or the year access, and you make a commission on that as well. So that's the first way, is to make a direct commission for something that you refer, and that is to your customers, okay? The second way, and that's, guys, that's totally dependent on what you do. I'm gonna share an example of my new coach, Joshua Khalil. He's in his 4th month as a coach. He was out of a job for an entire year. He found money to sign up as a Beachbody coach. He got Beachbody on Demand All Access Challenge Pack. And his first month, he started 8 people on a challenge pack. His second month, he started 14 people on a challenge pack. And the third month, he started 7 people on a challenge pack. And he earned on direct commissions alone. What I'm talking about, this number one way to earn commissions as a coach, or income as a coach, he earned close to $1,500, actually $1,800 in his first 3.5 months as a coach, from straight getting a 25% commission. Each challenge pack, also, this is important that you guys know, each challenge pack has a direct commission amount linked to it, and it's slightly above the 25%. So that's important for you guys to know as well, is the challenge pack gives your customer a slight discount, but it also gives you a slightly larger commission. It's about $10 per challenge pack more than just a 25% commission. So, like Elisa's saying, it's very easy. I don't want to say easy because you have to work, but it's fairly simple, let's say that, to be able to cover your own costs. Now, to cover your own costs would be if you sign up with a 160 challenge pack, Beachbody On Demand, All Access, and your favorite flavor of Shakeology, and you help 3 people get started on a Beachbody On Demand All Access Challenge Pack as well, your costs are covered, okay? So that's the number one way. Number 2 way for you to be able to make an income as a Beachbody coach, the number 2 way is called a Team Cycle Bonus. And we have advanced videos that we can show you and teach you if you need to see it all drawn out on a whiteboard and whatnot. But the number 2 way to earn income as a Team Beachbody coach is to have a team bonus cycle, and I'm going to walk you through this. I know we haven't gone over ranks and any of that stuff, but a team bonus cycle is this. Remember this, or write this down. As an Emerald coach, it's $14. As a Ruby coach, it's $16. As a Diamond coach, it's $18, okay? So, now what does that mean? What's a team bonus cycle, and what does this $14, $16, or $18 mean? What that means is, as a Team Beachbody coach, the second way to make an income is you begin to build a team of Beachbody coaches. For example, you guys have seen my coaches in this group. Elisa is a part of our team. She's like 4 levels removed. Like, I'm like her great-great-grandpa Beachbody coach, which means I signed up somebody, they signed up somebody, they signed up somebody, and they sponsored Elisa. Okay, so she's a part of my team. So how the bonus cycles work is there's no limit to how deep your level of team goes that you get paid. Okay, and this is one of my favorite parts of earning a commission as a Beachbody coach. So how does this work? Every time you build a team, think of it as like building a sales force. Like, I don't like talking about sales and whatnot, but think of it as you're building 2 sales teams, a left side sales team and a right side sales team. Okay, and you have this left side sales team and this right side sales team. Every time that there's 100 volume of sales on one side and 200 of volume of sales on the other side, so every time there's 1 to 2, you make a bonus cycle of $14, $16, or $18, depending on your rank. Okay, so that is the first way. That's the way it's calculated. So I'm going to give you an example. Let's say I'm a brand new coach building my business. I'm a few months in, and I have my team sells 500 volume of sales on one side and 1200 volume of sales on the other side. What that means in that case is the 500 to the 1200. That means every time that there's 100 on one side to 200 on the other side, that is one bonus cycle. So that would be 5 bonus cycles, okay? So what that means would be 5 bonus cycles. So if I was an Emerald coach, I would make, in that case for that week, 5 times 14, okay? The same thing will go if I have 1,000 volume of sales on one side and 2,000 or above on the other side. I would then earn 10 bonus cycles. So 10 times 14 as an Emerald coach, I would earn $140 for what my team did that week in team bonus cycles. So that is the way that works. So some people ask, and I already gave the Beachbody income disclaimer, how do you have a 6-figure, or now for the past 3 years, a 7-figure income with Beachbody? Well, our team bonus cycles, the thing I'm talking about is like sharing the example of 1,000 on one side to 24 on the other side. Our team does about 300,000 on one side and 700,000 on the other side. So we're paid for that work that the Beachbody coaches are doing. Now, I want you guys to understand, I said that there's no limit to the depth of how much you get, how far down in your team, how deep your team grows on when you get paid. But there is a cap for your rank. There's a cap on how much you make as a coach for your rank. And what that is as an Emerald coach, you cap out at $250 a week. That's as much as you can make from your team as an Emerald coach, is $250 on team bonus cycles. You're unlimited on your own commissions, which was the first way I showed, but second way, you are capped at $250. As a Ruby coach, you're capped at $1,000. As a Diamond, you're capped at $2,000, and it goes up through the ranks. 1-star Diamond, you're capped at $3,000. 2-star, you're capped at $4,000. 3-star Diamond, you're capped at $5,000, all the way up to 10-star Diamond, and you will cap your business center at $12,000 a week. Okay, so that's the basics of that. One other thing that's important to know about building team bonus cycles and businesses, I know this will be a little bit confusing in the very beginning, but like I said, I have advanced videos with little drawings on a whiteboard that you can see. If you want, just ask for it. Once you hit 2-star Diamond in your business, you can open a second business center, and you build a whole nother business yourself that can become a Diamond, that can make team bonus cycles, that can make commissions, okay? And once you hit 2-star Diamond in that second business center, you can open a third. And once you hit 2-star Diamond in the third, you can open a fourth. So on and so forth, up to 25 business centers, and each business center has the ability to be capped out at a 10-star Diamond or $12,000 a week. So I personally have and run 5 business centers. 6 business centers right now in my 6th, going on to my 7th year this year. So those all carry with them their own commissions and their own team bonus cycles, okay? So we talked about the second way to earn income, which is a team bonus cycle. Remember, no limit to how deep your team and organization grows and how much you get on who you get paid for in that organization, but there is a cap depending on your rank. And what that means is, it's so like, let's say I work really hard for 6, 7, 8 months. I bring on some amazing coaches. They bring on Elisa. Elisa crushes it, but I never did anything after those 5 years. That is so that even if my team sold hundreds of thousands of volume of sales, I wouldn't be making a 6-figure or 7-figure income. As that Emerald coach, I would be capped at $250. And I think that's very fair, because you should not be paid for something that you do not work for. Number 3 way to earn money as a Beachbody coach. This is probably one of my very favorite ways. It's called the matching bonus. Not the bonus cycle, a matching bonus. And what this means is, as a Ruby or Diamond coach, you get a match bonus, which is where you get paid a percentage on what your personally sponsored coach's team bonus cycle is. Now, I'm not Elisa's sponsored coach. You guys know that. She's like 4 levels deep in my team and organization. But let's say that I'm Elisa's sponsor. Let's say Elisa's a Diamond coach that's capped out in her bonus cycle at $2,000 a week. What that means is, as her sponsor, I would get a 10% match, because I'm a Diamond coach and I'm her sponsor. I would get a 10% match on her $2,000 bonus cycle. And that's for every single one of my personally sponsored coaches. So that week I would make $200 in this category, the third category in how to make an income, the match bonus. I would make $200 because I would get a 10% of her $2,000 team bonus. I'm going to give you guys a specific example in my business right now. One of Elisa's upline coaches is my personally sponsored coach named Brigitte Linford. Brigitte caps out her business. her first business center, which I sponsored, at $12,000 a week as a 10-star above diamond coach. So she makes $12,000 a week in that business center. I get a 10% match every single week when she gets paid that $12,000. So I make a $1,200 match bonus every week on Brigida's business for being a diamond coach and getting the 10% match bonus. So I think that's important to know. If you guys do the math on that, that's $50,000 a year income just for being her sponsor coach. Okay, so that's the third way that you can make an income as a Team Beachbody coach, which is the match bonus. So what I love about that, before I move on to number 4, is the more of your coaches that you can help build a team and they see an income and they see that success in their life, the more your income will rise as well for getting that match bonus. Here's the fourth way. This is the fourth and last way to make an income as a Team Beachbody coach, and it is the Star Diamond bonus. Okay, this is like a quarterly bonus. I want you guys to get that right. This is a quarterly bonus called the Star Diamond bonus, and it starts at 2-star diamond and above. So with that being said, what it is I'm going to give you 4 categories: 2 stars and above, 5-star diamonds and above, 10-star diamonds and above, and 15-star diamonds. Those are 4 categories. What we're going to do is we're going to split those into 0.5%. Think of this: 0.5%, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. That's 2%, and I'm going to explain this. 2%, and we're going to split it in 4 pieces, and that's for 2 stars and above, 5 stars and above, 10 stars and above, and 15-star diamonds and above. What Beachbody does is every single quarter, 4 times a year, they take the entire revenue, net profit of the company, and they split it between the Star Diamond coaches in the Star Diamond bonus into those pools. They take the 2% of the entire company net revenue and they split it to the Star Diamonds, and it's a quarterly bonus. Now, how it works is every 2-star diamond above, that's every 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 15 and above, split 0.5% of that revenue. Every next pool is 5-star diamonds. They split 0.5% between every single 5-star diamond and above. And remember, the 5 stars also took part of the first 0.5% for the 2-star diamonds and above. Next, they take the 10-star diamonds and above, they split, so that's 10 through 15-star diamonds, split the next 0.5% just between them. Plus they got a part of the 5-star and the 2-star. Next is the fourth one, it's the 15-star diamonds. They take that 0.5% or the 0.2%, or 0.5, yes, sorry, 0.5%, and they split it. All the 15-star diamonds split that last 0.5%. And then they also get that between the 10-star diamond bonus and the 5-star and the 2-star diamond bonus. Okay, I'm going to give you guys a sample. I've been a coach for 6.5 years, and I've been a part of these bonuses and seen these bonuses and partaken of them for the past 6 years. So how this works, this is an average of what I see every single quarter. Sometimes it's slightly larger, sometimes it's slightly smaller, and I'll show you the difference in that number between one this year and one last year. The 2-star diamond above quarterly bonus is on average about $900. It's always been about $900 to $1,200 every quarter. So it's like a $4,000 a year bonus. How many of you guys get a $4,000 a year bonus at your job? I didn't. I got like a $500 bonus, which I was stoked about in my previous career. But as a 2-star diamond above, that's about the average. 5-star diamond bonus on average has been anywhere between I've never seen it lower than $3,500, and I've never seen it higher than $5,800. So it's between $3,500 and $5,800 every quarter. So if you do that math, that's about $12,000 to $20,000 a year bonus in the 5-star diamond category. And what I want you guys to understand is many times over the past 6 years, we've been over 5-star diamond in 2 business centers at the same time. You get that quarterly bonus in every business center. So if the quarterly bonus was, let's say I'm a 14-star in one business, a 9-star in the second business, I would get that bonus. If the bonus was $5,000 exactly, I would get $5,000 in both those business centers for the quarterly bonus. Okay. Now the 10-star diamond bonus and above has always been right around $10,000 to $12,000 every quarter for the 10-star diamond and above bonus. You guys can do the math. That's about $40,000 to $50,000 a year as a bonus for being a Star Diamond leader in the company over the course of the year, should you have that rank throughout all 4 quarters. Okay, the 15-star one and remember the Beachbody income disclaimer at the beginning, has always averaged about $42,000 to $47,000 a quarter for a 15-star diamond. That's the highest rank in the company. I'm going to tell you guys, I'll be straightforward. I'm a 14-star diamond, so I'm one diamond coach away from this rank. But this quarterly bonus is about $42,000 to $47,000 a quarter. Now, there was one quarter last year where there was not as many current 15-star diamonds, and it was $74,000 for the quarter bonus as a 15-star diamond coach. So guys, those are the 4 ways that you can make an income as a Team Beachbody coach. I hope that makes it very clear. The one thing that I want you guys to understand about this business model, I saw Lisa post something about the business model. I work my butt off, and I expect anybody on this team that wants an income, wants to pay off the school debt. I read your post this morning, wants to pay off medical debt, wants to pay off school loans, wants to get out of working so many overtime hours. If that's you, you're going to be expected to work really hard. But it's something you can be super passionate about, and I want you guys to understand that aspect of this journey. But what I always want you to see the bigger picture, because when you're working day to day, you're working one step at a time. It's like one commission at a time. What I want you guys to understand about this business, like I'm working, like I could by all means take all day off, be like, I'm traveling today, I can't work, but I wake up like thinking about how I can help somebody with their health and fitness journey and checking in on my people. But what I want you guys to understand about this business model, is that let's say I go to sleep at 10:30. Okay, I go to sleep at 10:30 p.m. It's 9:30 in the morning in the UK, and as our UK team grows, I'm asleep, but my UK people are working. So I'm getting paid literally while I sleep. And I'm not saying that because I want you to think that you don't have to work, because you must work, and you must work hard. You must grow yourself. You must grow into a leader if you want an income, to grow any sort of significant income as a coach. But I need you to understand that part. If it's like midnight in Idaho and I go to sleep, or it's 1 o'clock and I work my butt off and I go to sleep, guys, I have coaches on the East Coast that are up at 4 o'clock a.m. doing their workout, doing their invites and working, and I'm getting paid while I'm sleeping. And I want you guys to understand that, because a lot of people don't understand that part of this business model. I think it's very important to understand, because I think it's important to understand, because if you guys know, I wanted to make $10,000, because $10,000 meant I could bring my wife home from work, and that meant the world to me. But as I began to understand this compensation plan, and I began to fall more and more in love with this work and this purpose and role as a coach to help people live a healthier, more fulfilling lifestyle, I was like, why not me? If Beachbody is paying hundreds of millions of dollars to coaches, why not my 5 daughters have my 5 kids, my 3 daughters and my 2 sons, why not have their lives completely change? Why not be able to help my wife's parents that moved here from Bolivia, left everything behind, and have worked 3 to 4 jobs and delivered newspapers and collected aluminum cans to buy food? Why not give them a better life when this opportunity is here in front of me right now? So I want you guys to think big. I want you guys to dream big. Write down your dreams, write down your goals, all the debt that you're going to pay off, the credit cards you want to pay off. And guys, let's begin to change lives. Let's change lives. Let's change your life. But remember, your income will be a direct reflection of the number of lives that you change, not how many people you sell or get, how many lives you change. So you must be diligent in your work if you want that to happen for you. I hope this helps clear up some answers for you guys. If you guys need like the little drawings on the whiteboard and whatnot, let me know and I'll drop a link in the comments below. Have an incredible Friday, and guys, let's work hard. Peace.